Ever feel like you're on a momentum roller coaster? You're doing the work, you're showing up, and then things don't go as expected. You go through a failure, so to speak, or people don't respond the way that you would like them to. And this heavy energy creeps in, and you start to wonder if you did something wrong. And then tiny thoughts, the voice in the back of your head is like, there's something wrong with me. I failed. I can never do anything right. Everybody else can do it, but I can't. We start comparing ourselves and we're not getting the outcome that we thought we would. So therefore, something went wrong. This is the program that starts running. This program, this heavy energy that comes in, is shame. And it creates an experience of a recoil or a pullback. We start to feel it in our body, we feel it in our energy. And it's not the same as guilt or embarrassment. It's actually like, not I did something wrong, but it's deeper. It's like there's something wrong with me. This is shame. And it makes us want to stop showing up, stop doing the work to progress and move forward and get to the next stage of where we really want to be. So it really truly does kill our momentum. The thing is, though, is we don't develop this alone. It actually was handed to us as part of our conditioning. Here's how I think about where it comes from. Our childhood designed it this way. Childhood sets us up to work in a system where we are constantly trying to get that good score. School sets us up this way. We're literally being graded in school on how well we do or we perform or check off the tasks. And when we don't do well, there's always something on the other side. Either your parents are upset or your teacher's upset, or what does it mean if you're failing at school? This can't be good. And there literally is that program of, oh, well, maybe there's something wrong with me. And it may be that it wasn't everything, that, maybe you were a straight A student. I don't know. But then something didn't align. Maybe it was sports. Maybe it was socially. There was something where it didn't hit the mark you wanted it to, and that programming was still in there. It finds its way in, right? To not just how our schools are organized and our home life is organized, but also our social settings and social programs. And we see this throughout society. Even as we grow, we see people's successes. Society is oriented around outcome. So we see these great outcomes, but we don't see the mess behind them. We don't actually see everything that people went through, their own downward shame spiral, their own questioning if it was them, their own struggle of feeling like something's wrong with me. Why does it work for everybody but me? And then, of course, that just makes us feel more shameful because we're not seeing it. So therefore, it must just be us. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is like, we're pulling back the curtain here on shame. Because everybody has these moments and there's nothing to be ashamed about. In fact, I still have these moments where I have an expectation or I have an idea of how I want something to turn out. And here's the thing, is that oftentimes the idea we have in here, inside, when we pull it out, it looks different, right? So that's also part of what we're never taught. So we automatically assume we did something wrong, but really, we haven't learned to pivot or tweak or shift the thing that's gonna make it actually work the way it did inside our own head and body and inner experience, right? The outer's different. So when I started to go through this, I recognize that this is a program, this is conditioning from my childhood, from society, from school, etc. And it's not actually me. but I still feel it. I still hear that little voice in the back of my head. And I start to get kind of like caught up for a minute. And then I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I got to call myself out on it. Wait a minute. No, this isn't me. This isn't the true me. It's not my authentic self. See, here's how I think about the authentic self. I think about all of our patterns and programming like layers of an onion, right? We've all heard that phrase before, so I think it works quite well with this metaphor. We've got layers of conditioning and programming around us, but at the center, this is a very special onion, is actually a pearl. And the pearl is you, your authentic, perfect, completely aligned with your soul purpose, already enlightened, beautiful self. Right there. So the layers, we're peeling back. We're not adding. We're subtracting. We're clearing away the layers that tell us that we're something different than we actually are. We're correcting the identity that was built, or misidentity that was built by these layers of conditioning and programming that taught the pearl that it was something other than what it was. We're getting back to it. Through clearing these beliefs, the programs, the conditioning, through getting the energy out of our bodies, out of our energy fields and systems that's not ours, that never was ours. The programs get stuck in there too, by the way. And getting it out of our body, moving it somatically. Because here's the thing, I bet if you stop and you pause and you think for a moment about one of these situations where you felt that things didn't work out the way you wanted them to, the failure feeling, or there's something wrong with me, I'm not doing it right. You can feel that in your body. I'm not trying to make you feel it right now, but if you take a moment, you can also clear it. You can feel it in your body. It feels like a heavy weight in the stomach maybe, or it feels like you can feel it in your chest, like a tightness, maybe in your throat. I actually need water, but it's all where the energy starts to constrict, where the nervous system starts to constrict. And the nervous system actually will even go into shutdown. So there's a couple of things that we can do to start to reframe this, to break the pattern, to clear the layers, right? We start to work with, first of all, the body. So if we have the indication in the body, slow down or pause. The body speaks to us and tells us whether we need to slow down, whether we need to move, okay? If it's tightening, it means pause. It means pause, take a moment, figure out what's going on. That's how the soma, the body, talks to us. That's your first indication, your first layer that needs to move. Then go to the energy, because I have a free offer for you, Clear and Receive. It's a meditation, a transmission really that I channeled that takes you through the layers to clear everyone else's energy out of your space and get you really grounded, centered, calm, so you can feel your own inner voice really clearly, that authentic self, the pearl, so that when the little voice in the back of your head, the judgmental self, right, the momentum killer of shame comes up, it's really clear that that's what that is. So this helps you start differentiating, right? When I said before, like when this happens to me, it's not that it doesn't happen, it's that I can say, no, actually that's the programming. That's what that feels like. This is what I feel like. So grab Clear and Receive, because I think that you're really gonna enjoy it. You're gonna feel better when you do it. And that's gonna be your first step. That and listening to the body. Clear your energy, listen to the body, slow down. All the information's already here. We're just taught to override it. So we're not gonna override it anymore. We're not gonna fall for the programming and the conditioning and the traps that tell us that we're doing something wrong or there's something wrong with us. We're gonna keep showing up no matter what, even if we need to slow down. And we're gonna remember that we are the pearl. We are already a beautiful, authentic self here for a reason. The rest is the conditioning. All right, you guys, I appreciate any and all of your interest, comments. Feel free to subscribe I'd love to have you as we build this conversation further.